Hello students, how are you all? Hope all of you are well. Actually, today we are going to discuss class 9 science chapter number 8 motion. In the previous video, I had just described you about the introduction of motion. In that video, I have just given you a flowchart diagram of the chapter as I had informed you what is motion. Can anybody reply what is motion? An object is said to be in motion if its position change continuously with respect to its fixed point or reference point called origin. When any object especially is said to be in motion, when any object is changing continuously with the respect of its fixed position called origin. And after that I had described you about the measurement of motions, the types of motion. I hope all of you have remembered that all the things in the previous video. If you have not seen the previous video, then first of all just go and see the previous video. If you are not able to find, then I will give you the descriptive about the first part in the descriptive box. Just go there, click there, the HTTPS YouTube, it will be written, so click on that button, you will get the previous video also. From that video you can just go. Today I am just going to tell you from the NCERT, as we have discussed about the speed, velocity, acceleration, distance. Can you tell me what is acceleration? As I had informed you in the previous video, acceleration is defined as the rate of change of velocity of a body. Rate of change of velocity of a body, as I have already described you about the acceleration. So today we will work on NCERT. So let's start the NCERT. In the NCERT first page, it's already given that why and how you understand that any object is in motion. They have given you a lot of examples and they have described you about the motion. And then finally they have given you the define of motion. As already I have informed you, the position of an object we need to specify is the reference point called origin. Now the motion along with the straight line, as I have or we have studied also in the 7th standard, that straight line motion. Have you heard about the straight line motion? In the straight line motion we have discussed about rectilinear motion, right? What is rectilinear motion? As I had informed you, when a car goes in a straight line, right? Car goes in a straight line, so you will see in a straight along the path when any object moves. So that was a straight line motion. In the straight line motion, I have informed you about the rectilinear motion. What is the rectilinear motion? Can anybody tell me? Rectilinear motion means a motion which is moving on the straight line with the, just understand, as the wheel of a car, it moves along in a straight line, as it is a circular motion also, and moving on a straight line in a straight direction. So that type of motion is called, what is called? Rectilinear motion. Got it? So NCERT, the first point about describing motion, as already defined, I had said you about the motion. Now we are moving towards the motion along in a straight line. Has, if anybody wants to just inform you that you have to calculate the straight line motion. Here there is A to D point is there, A to D, and between that B and C points are there. From here to here it's 15 kilometer, from B to C it's 50 kilometer, and from C to D it's 20 kilometer. Got it? So what these three distance, as I had represented on a number line, if anybody wants to just add, then what you will do, AB plus BC plus CD, right? So this all the three distance, 15 kilometer plus 50 kilometer plus 20 kilometer. Okay? And after that you will write 50 plus 2 70 and 50 85 kilometers. So total distance we have got from A to D is 85 kilometers, right? And now we will discuss about the time taken. A to B, it had taken 20 minutes, it had taken 60 minutes, and it had taken 10 minutes. So now you have to just see the different speed is there. Actually from A to B it's 15 kilometers, it had taken 20 minutes. So if I talk about the total time, you can see here in the total time it was 20 minutes, and after then 60 minutes, 20 plus 60 plus 10. So is equal to total 90 minutes. 1.5 hours is there. Total time is 90 minutes. Total distance is 85 kilometers. So if you want to calculate the average speed. So average speed of a car will be total distance is equal to 85 kilometers, and total distance, total time taken is equal to 90 minutes. So you can just convert this meter in kilometer into the meter also. So 85 into 1000 divided by 90 minutes. If you want to calculate meter per second, then 90 into 60 it will be, right? So 0, 0, 0, 0 cancel. So here there is 85 and here 9 6 are 54. So if you want to just divide 85 or 850 divided by 54. So 54 ones up, and after then here approx 30 or 2209, 5 fours are, 5 fives are, 5 sixes are, or 15 point something will be there. 15.55 meter per second. Just suppose after dividing whatever the result you get, so here you can calculate the average speed by this way. So we are going to discuss some of the numericals also today in this video, that how to solve the numericals. After getting the information about the numericals, then we'll go ahead. So here there is one question in the NCERT. An object has moved through a distance. Can it have zero displacement? If yes, support your answer with an example. See, first of all, an object is moved through a distance. Object is moved through a distance. Distance means, on that day I had already explained to you the difference between the displacement and distance. Can you tell me what are the difference between the displacement and distance? I had informed you about the distance. Distance means, what was the definition of distance? Can you tell me? If you have not written, then please go to the previous video. Each and every define I have written on the previous video. I am telling you also in this video also, if you want to write the distance and displacement. So first of all, distance means the length of path covered by a moving object on a plane. The length of path covered by a moving object on a plane. I had informed you about, as for example, from here to that corner I want to go. So I can go from here in a plane path from here to here, or I can go from here and then I will reach there. Okay, but if I talk about the displacement, it was the shortest distance from here to here. So that was the shortest distance, that's called displacement, and moving path on a plane is called distance. Got it? So the difference between the distance and displacement is the length of a path covered by a moving object on a plane in any direction is called distance, but the shortest distance is displacement. Now the question was, an object has moved through a distance, can it have a zero displacement? If yes, support your answer with an example. See, displacement means what was the shortest distance. Suppose it has started from 0. Here this is your 0 origin. You have started from here, you have gone there, again you have gone there, again you have. So this was your distance, okay? 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer, 3 kilometer and 4 kilometer. Now tell me about the displacement. You have started from here and gone there, means you are here only, right? So it will be 0 answer. Okay? So yes, the question was, an object can move through a distance. Can it have a zero displacement? Answer is yes. Because the shortest distance from the origin point is 0 only. So there is no distance covered in a displacement. That's why it is 0. Second question is, a farmer moves along a boundary of a square field of 10 meter in 40 seconds. What will be the magnitude of displacement of farmer at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds from his initial position? So there is very easy question. Here distance is given 10 meter and time is 40 seconds. Okay. So you can just calculate the speed. 10 meter upon 40 second, so it will be 1 by 4, 0.25 meter per second. Okay. Now the magnitude of displacement. How you will calculate the magnitude of displacement? As I have already informed you about the displacement. Displacement, as I have been, directly you have to calculate the meter. Here question is, at 2 meter, 2 minutes and 20 seconds, what will be the magnitude of displacement? You have to see here. Its speed is, in the second question, number second is 10 meter, distance is 10 meter, time is 40 seconds. So first of all, you have to calculate the speed, right? Speed is equal to distance upon time. Distance is 10 meter and here 40 seconds. So 0, 0 cancel, 1 by 4, 0.25 meter per second. This is the speed. Now question is, now time they have given you, time is equal to 2 minutes 20 seconds, right? 2 minutes 20 seconds. 2 minutes 20 seconds. So first of all, convert these into the seconds. Is equal to 2 into 60 plus 20 seconds. So 6 to 120 plus 20, 140 seconds. Right? In 1 second it travels 0.25 meter. So what will be the distance? Distance is equal to 0.25 into 140 meter. Right? So here you can write 25 upon 100 into 140 upon 0, 0 cancel. Now 14 5 70, 7 14 2 are 28 plus 7, 35, right? 0 meters. So it will total cover 35 meters. So as you have seen, question was, what will be the distance covered in 2 minutes and 20 seconds? So the distance covered in 2 minutes and 20 seconds can be calculated as this way. First of all, you should understand about the distance, displacement, time, and after then the speed. As the speed was just, we have to find the speed, and after then we have to just multiply with the time. So we'll get the answer number 2. Third answer is, which of the following is true for the displacement? It cannot be 0. It's false. It can be 0. Second, if its magnitude is greater than the distance traveled by the object. Its magnitude is greater than the distance. Yes, definitely it can be. Its magnitude can be. Magnitude is greater than the distance traveled by an object. If we talk about the displacement, then the magnitude will be less than distance, because displacement is the shortest distance, right? And distance, I have already informed you, it is just the length of path covered by a moving object on a plane body. Got it? So this was our 3. Now if I talk about the uniform and non-uniform motion, can you tell me what is uniform motion and non-uniform motion? Uniform motion means an object which travels an equal distance in equal interval of time. Yes, equal distance in equal interval of time is called uniform motion. And if I talk about the non-uniform motion, means either equal distance or unequal distance or unequal interval of time. See, uniform motion means if a body travels ununiform motion or uniform motion. Uniform motion means when an object travels equal distance in the equal interval of time. A to B, B to C, C to D. Just suppose from A to B it's 5 kilometer, again from B to C 5 kilometer, again C to D it's 5 kilometer. Got it? And it have taken 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. So you can see here equal distance and equal interval of time. So uniform motion, when an object travels equal distance at equal interval of time, then that object motion can be said as a uniform motion. And when the same object is there, A to B, B to C, C to D, but the time has taken the different. From A to B it have taken 8 minutes, here 5 minutes, and here 2 minutes. So you can see here the distance is same. When an object travels the same distance at unequal interval of time, then that object is said to be in non-uniform motion. So there are 2 types of motion, uniform motion and non-uniform motion. What is uniform motion? When an object travels an equal distance in equal interval of time. Equal distance at equal interval of time, uniform motion. And when an object travels equal distance at unequal interval of time, then that object is said to be in non-uniform motion. So now there are some numericals related that. So you have to calculate the numericals about the average speed. As average speed means total distance traveled by total time taken. Average speed, okay? Now if you want to calculate the average speed about, especially we calculate average speed of non-uniform motion, and uniform motion directly you have to calculate the speed. Got it? In the uniform motion, what we calculate? We calculate speed is equal to distance upon time, right? So distance 5, 15 upon 15 minutes. So 1 kilometer per minute. This is the speed of this uniform motion. Got it? But if we want to calculate the non-uniform speed, then that is called average speed. What I want to say is, see, just remember, why average speed? Because different distance and different interval of time. See, distance is 15 kilometer only, but the time has been changed. Time 8 plus 5, 13 plus 2, 15 kilometer. See, here is also 1 kilometer per minute, but the equal interval of time has been not changed. It means it has been changed. Here it was each and everywhere it was 5 minutes, but here A to B it has 8 minutes, B to C it has 5 minutes, C to D has 2 minutes. So there are equal distance but unequal interval of time. So that's why it is said to be non-uniform motion, and we generally calculate average speed especially for non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion, average velocity. Now we'll just work through a velocity. What is velocity? Can anybody tell me? What is velocity? Have you heard the word velocity? I hope all of you have not heard. Velocity of a body is defined as a displacement per unit time. Velocity is equal to displacement per unit time, means displacement by time taken or per unit time. This is called velocity. What is called? Velocity. So it's denoted by V. So V is equal to D by T, displacement by time taken, means meter per second is the SI unit. Average velocity, total displacement upon total time taken. Got it? So here there are some questions, exercise 8.1 and 8.2. That all the things we will solve in the next video. For this video we have just seen about the speed, motions, uniform motion, non-uniform motion. If you are having any doubt related to this video, then please drop your doubt into the comment box section. Definitely I will help you. I will solve all your numericals. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this video with your friends so your friends can also enjoy. Thank you very much.